So again, welcome back to me, welcome back to Thailand, welcome to Real Thai here in Thailand. I hope you're doing well. It is one soon here in Thailand, which is Friday. Nice, sunny, lovely, blue sky day compared to the last few days, which has been raining. And yeah, so it's like it's going to be a hot weekend. But you never know, we're still at the tail end of the rainy season here in Thailand, but it's going to be about a good 30-degree day today. So I'm going to focus a lot on exercising today, so I've got to see if I can get my calf muscle strong so I can go running again. Don't have to miss it. But sort of overstrained my muscle, so I can't run very much. Anyway, guys, I hope you're doing well. So it's say Friday here in Thailand, and yeah. So for instance, we've got a big game this weekend against Arsenal, one of the top one of our rivals for the title of the season. Me personally, I feel very confident about going into this game. For instance, we're playing very, very well, and for instance, I said like the last few fixtures, etc. We've been. I said like for instance, well, since Chelsea basically was our only loss. We're playing fantastic, etc. And there's been a great deal of. I love the fact that a lot of the goals are divided up between the players, which is excellent. Everybody seems to be happy, everybody seems to be getting on well. For instance, the new signings are settling well, Emma Bainey and Caroline. For instance, not Caroline, what's it called? They came in from United, what was her name? I can't remember. Sorry guys. Yeah, so everybody seems to be settling very, very well, and I'm so delighted that's happening. And Andree, for instance, has had my doubts, and I was hoping that he was going to be successful, and he seems to understand Manchester City and about what we need at Manchester City. I don't know if that's true. I hope you can help me with that. But at the moment, for instance, I'm very, very confident and feel very good about things. So, and hope that prevails. Anyway, so for instance, let's pop on to what is the news. I just want to give a shout out, to Mary Fowler, who signed a contract until 2027. Congratulations to you. So you're on the Paris Fashion World, looking smart, and a big bushy hair. So, but you signed a contract till 2027. So well done, congratulations to you, Mary. So I hope we wish you well in your speedy recovery back to full fitness. So we'll want to see you on the pitch. Talk about injuries. We've had a bit of an update from Andree on Caroline and Beanie, and it appears that, for instance, Andree says Caroline will miss a number of weeks through injury. Shame, she's playing so well. Though Emma Beanie is available to play Arsenal on Saturday. The Brazilian hasn't featured since the standout display against Spurs, where she was grabbed and assisted in the 5-1 win. Jessie wouldn't go into details about the nature of the issue, but confirmed that she is unavailable until October international break. She's unfortunately not available for a number of weeks. She has lower body injury. She will be out for a while, confirms the head coach. Asked if she's picked up the injury, and I said last week, I think we were doing tests. Unfortunately, she'll be out for another weeks. However, there was positive news on Beanie, who had missed the victory over London Lionesses. The Swiss international has been back in training this week, although he has to confirm that if she's available for selection. Emma Beanie is back in training. Hopefully, she'll be ready for the weekend. Definitely. Okay. Coming into the tie, 2 places and 1 point ahead of Arsenal. So, but they've had a bit of a struggling start for Arsenal. But never mind. But the Gunners yet to taste defeat in the WSL. Both sides are expected to challenge for top honours this season, and in front of a bumper crowd at the Joie Stadium. They expect it's going to be busy. A lot of people there. 12 o'clock kickoff if you're going down. I want to be listening to you. So 6 o'clock my time. So it's not bad, I don't mind. I wish the men's games kicked off at 12 o'clock, that'd be perfect for me, it really would be. Normally you get 8 o'clock kickoffs, which are in England, which is 2 a.m. in the morning for me. So yeah, both sides, but yeah. However, Joseph was quickly to emphasise that every team in the WSL are capable of competing, not just the big four, Chelsea, Arsenal, City and the Regs. Brighton, for instance, are doing very well. So I think not every team, etc., but but Brighton wouldn't miss out, and the Lionesses, you never know. Still got my questions marked. They've had now a big 3 defeats now. What's it got for? They've especially against the established teams, etc., City, Arsenal, etc. So and getting those 4 goals past them last week, etc. But even though 2 were penalties, but you know, again. So let's see how they do. But they've still got very good quality players like. Thinking who scored against for them against us. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. I'm getting old. However, yes, it was quick to emphasise that every team is okay. Indeed, our head coach also points out the victory over the Gunners is irrelevant if City drop a point against other sides. True. You know, you can't just turn up for the big sides. You got to go for the smaller sides as well. It was also difficult to evaluate other teams. They are very good. A lot of national team players beginning the season, building relationships and partnerships up and down the league. It's difficult to say where it would end. I wouldn't say if it would only be the 4th in the race. We played interesting games and also a lot of points against Aston Villa and played against Brighton, and good teams are growing and Spurs are growing. 4 teams are great, but we don't do everything we're supposed to do in other games. If we think the battle between the top 4 will lose points for struggling in the games, which I just basically said, you know, you've got to turn up in every game. Most likely will be 4 teams battling, but it's not, for instance, it's not just about the 4. But yeah, no, he's absolutely right there. Let me just pop onto another preview. Right, okay, so last season's top 4 all faced off against each other in each other this weekend in what would be an action-packed weekend in the WSL. Man City host Arsenal on Saturday. Only game as there is a lot on the line for both teams. City have won all 3 of their games since losing to Chelsea in the curtain raiser, but the opposition wasn't anywhere near Arsenal's level. Whoa! Definitely on to Southern Base website here. Oh my Christ. Last week, City thrashed London Lionesses as Khadija Bunny-Shaw entered her mini goal drive. Meow, meow, meow. With the brace from the top spot. Flip's sake, honestly. Oh. Vivian Niedermeyer was also found top form of late with 3 goals in her last 4 games. Any comments? Any catty comments there? Arsenal just 3 teams in the league who are still unbeaten, but still below City. After 4 games with a draw, with 2 draws, have left Renius Slegers frustrated with her team. Oh, frustrated. Oh. Dropping points to United last week was unfortunate for the Gunners, but the fact that they failed to score was even more disappointing considering the depth of their attack. The North London side will keen to bounce back from the draw, which felt like a loss under the circumstances, and would be forgiven if Arsenal can get back on track against another team, hopefully finished in the top 2. Andree confirmed this week that Lauren Hemp will be out for the next few games. Yes, we already know, and also won't be available for Saturday. Duh. Do you also know about, for instance, Caroline? No, probably not. Hemp was replaced by Grace Clinton. That was the lady I was talking about before last week, and she should deputise against on Saturday, I expect. City's young to Jason Rose. Jade Rose will also press of late and also pushing for a Snelly start. A new signing, doing well. Arsenal don't have any new injury concerns, but Rennie Seeger could also make changes after such a disappointing result against either the Rags last week. Chloe Kelly could be given a chance this weekend with Mead likely to be sacrificed. Right. Predicted starting lineups: Manchester City, Yamasita, Pryor, Rose, Greenwood, Kaspari, Hauser-Gowie, Brown, Niedermeyer, Firmino, Shaw and Clinton. Yeah, kind of got it right. Arsenal, Van Dor, Doslaw, Fox, Reed, Kately, McCarvey, Little, Magnum, Cantelli, Smith, Kelly and Russo. Right. The fixture prediction. Onto this website. This fixture is certainly going to be a tough one to call, and there should be goals in the game no matter what happens. There was 11 goals in the 2 head-to-head meetings last season, with Arsenal winning 1 and the other ending in a 2-2 draw. Despite City having their best, having the best form of the season. We are backing Arsenal to come out on top. Oh, what a shot with a 3-1 victory. Whoa, boo. Oh my God, these Sun-based websites drive me mad. Anyway, so guys, two-tier, really is, honestly. For me, once again, I think, for instance, the form we are in compared to last season, with the injuries what we had, for instance, I remember the game 2-2 against Arsenal, for instance, and again, we were missing players, important players. Of course, we've got Caroline out, Hemp out, for instance, and Mary Fowler, of course. But for instance, we've still got a very, very good squad with the ladies we have already in. And I think the way we're playing at the moment, and everybody's scoring, for instance, I think it's going to be a lot. I think that score prediction is going to be the opposite way around. I think Man City will win 3-1. I'm not saying that because I got blue eyes and got blonde hair, I got I'm a Man City fan. I believe that because of the way we've been playing. I thought we're desperately unlucky against Chelsea. And for instance, I think so I think we're desperately against Chelsea, and I think we've got a very good chance of actually getting the 3 points. For instance, we're coming into a very buoyed up period, etc. For instance, and the girls are playing well, really good atmosphere in the camp. Izaga was absolutely smash it in the midfield. Frigino as well, with again Kajida getting back to winning ways. Thank you very much. Scoring 2 goals. That will give her got confidence. Niedermeyer, and I could go through the squad and praise a lot of the players we have at the moment. So but I do fancy us this weekend, etc. To get over the line, etc. and win and take Arsenal to the sword again. For instance, Arsenal didn't score last week. For instance, they might, and again City are vulnerable to the counter-attack, etc. we saw last week. But I do believe, for instance, we've got the strength in depth, etc. to take the game to Arsenal and to win the game. So so my prediction is 3-1. So I have no doubt the ladies won't let me down. So there you go. So what do you think? Are you with me? Are you confident like me? Are you, or am I just talking through my hat or whatever? So, so I do apologise for the settings. I'm still in my spare room, should I say, here at the back of the house. Having a few problems with the computer, etc. Blah blah blah. But I'm hoping to be back to my little cupboard hole, for instance, outside, etc. But at least I got a fan here, so that's good news. And when it's 30 plus degrees, etc., you kind of want one. Anyway, guys. So, but other than that, please tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. For instance, are you happy? Are you happy and confident for the season, like myself? Do you think we've started well? Do you think where we could improve? I'd like to know, for instance, and what you guys thinking. I see the training sessions, very good, very happy, and very positive mode. As long as we can keep injuries away. Again, we're always going to have injuries, but the way we had injuries last season, etc., killed us. Just like killed the men, it killed the ladies as well. And again, for instance, going into the FA Cup against United, and having all those ladies sat on the bench, in the stands, etc., all injured, and then we lost Mary Fowler to an ACL. Just heartbreaking. Against United as well, nothing worse. Anyway, guys, I feel confident about this weekend, but so I want to like the sunshine. I'm on top of the blue moon at the moment, and so for instance, I have no reason why we shouldn't continue doing well. But it's going to be a test, it really is. But I expect, for instance, we will win the game. And I'm going for a 3-1 because I think we've got the quality in the squad to score more than just 1 or 2 goals. Happily, and very happy. But shame about Caroline. Caroline we're an important player, but again, for instance, we do have backup. So for instance, I do trust it in the ladies, and it's nice to see Emma Beanie coming back as well. Guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. True blue tie from Thailand. I'll talk to you after the game. If you're going through the game, let me hear your voices. It's always lovely to see City. I saw you at Spurs and was good at the Lionesses last week. So, but I'll be listening intently, watching intently, and keeping my fingers crossed and everything else crossed. So, okay, guys, like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. This is True Blue Tie. I do. I look after the men's and the women's. I talk about every week, etc., and every day talk about the men's and the women's football team. And so if you'd like to follow me, just True Blue Thai from Thailand, Mancunian born, but live in Thailand 5 years now. So for instance, old man, as you probably can see. But but I love our club, and I just wish I was there. Anyway, guys, I love you and leave it. True Blue Thai from Thailand, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.